So if Elenda combo is the most powerful thing in Historic, what if we just made a deck of the most powerful things? So to make it happen, we've got Overlord and Rumble to kind of find the combo pieces, but also we get some incidental value in the other pieces here. Oculus Persist. Roughly, we've got an extra Kaito, some interaction. That's the deck. Powerful stuff. Let's go play some games. All right, on the play, we have a one-lander. Okay. This is way less cool than the first one. I guess if we're gonna do something in this sense, this looks like the value play. So, yeah. Let's burn bright here. Let's burn bright. Shockland. If it's not relevant, so be it. It's not relevant. So be it. Overlord. I was wondering about fitting MDFCs, but 3 colors real hard to work with, so it's hard to say. Okay, so now we have a persistible Overlord, which is pretty sweet. Very sweet, actually. So we just need that actual third land. Weaver of Harmony shows up. Is that a card I care about? Perhaps. Let's put it to them first. That's some pretty good shit. All right. So I'm guessing O-rings, whatnot. Weaver of Harmony's kind of got its thing. Are they going to duplicate that? Okay. We need to kill Weaver of Harmony. This is the issues I've got with it, is the duplication. Abhorrent Oculus. Game. 1 mana. 1 mana. Grab another Sorin. Push this doofus. No more of that. 16. So no values in O-rings and whatnot. They might have more of them. Don't know. They did draw 2 cards. Hallowed Haunting. That's frightening. That's very frightening. Well, I mean, it's not like we're able to fight it currently. Okay, that's fighting it. All right, so Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. Put Elenda into play. Now we can fight it. So we grab the Invoke the Divine. Invoke the Divine on the Hallowed Haunting. Send in the Overlord. Get nothing. They chump block that. Okay. Those fire off. Generous Visitor shows up. Hallowed Haunting again. Okay. I gotta get rid of the Hallowed Haunting here. There is a way. Sacrifice Elenda. They're gonna have jump blockers forever if I don't go through a plan here. So fire that off. Crack in with the Overlord. Grab Elenda back. They're at 8. Play that. Play that, which is nice for later. Play Sorin number 2. Bring Elenda back out into play. Grab another Invoke Divine. Kill the Hallowed Haunting. Okay, that was a performance. My God, that was beautiful. All right, on the draw, we've got some Thoughtseize and Spell Pierce to hold anything back that needs to be held back. That's about it. After that, we need to Overlord for a Sorin for our Saint Elenda or Rumble. I suppose Rumble will make sure that we can kind of catch up on mana a little quicker. So we have that option. Yeah, I think Rumble might help. More mana is better. Opponent on red. Valentin against Mountain. Let's chill out. Let's make sure that we can do 2 things at once. Let's do that first. Let's try to play it to our more powerful plan, and then if we need to pivot, then whatever. Valentin's not really necessary. And against red mana, against Mountain, I'd rather have the 4/4. So let's aim towards that first. Okay, opponent doing Slick Shot Show Off, which means that I'm now doing this. That's the turn. Cacophony Scamp exists. That's into play. Felonious Rage does what? Gains haste. Let's pierce that. So now if they've got another haste spell, they'll want to fire it off. Anything else? Nope. Well, let's see if we get punished with a turn inside out or something like that. We don't. All right. So that'll buy us a hot second. That's about it. I believe we're going to get a Valentin onto the table now, though. So Rumble. Basically, just try to find the Sorin. They have a pump spell here. I was assuming Monstrous Rage or something like that. Let's grab a land. All right, we have 2 blockers, technically. That'll have to do. So we have second Overlord. If our opponent doesn't go too nuts here, possible they do, we are absolutely blocking. They're going to have to come up with their trample here. We're just going to make them have the Monstrous Rage. Like, we block no matter what. Yeah. That's a lot of damage. Okay. So, do they throw the 7 damage? They do. And they manifest dread. Got it. All right, 7 damage. Do you have 4 remaining? No. The answer is no. So we need to now find Sorin like yesterday. We're very much in need of Sorin right now. So found Sorin. All right, easy peasy. Throw Elenda into play. And I'm gonna go with a Inspiring Cleric. Just put bodies on the table. I could pacify this, but there could be something else. So let's just try to have as much as humanly possible here. All right, that should counter enough. And if they come swinging in with this face down card, we are blocking with literally everything. Don't mess around. Rockface Village does the thing. Yep. Not a great attack, but sure. All right. Turn that game around immediately. All right, on the play. Some Fatal Pushes, Spell Pierce. 1 lander, though. I don't know. No. Okay, this can work. It can't work very well, but it can work. Do I want the higher power level? Perhaps. Let's wait on Valentin. Because if I can get a 4/4, maybe that's just the better play. We'll have to see. Merfolk Sleeper Keeper. Fuck off. Okay. We have nothing of value currently in hand. And now they've declared that they've got a faster clock than Valentin, or like faster clock than Lisette. So we're going to have to play Valentin here. Yeah. Lands. We got lands. We have lands. All right. Opponent's got 1 game plan. Surgical? Nope. Just a Secret Keeper. 1 game plan. 1. Thoughtseize pretty good at probably stopping something at least, but not a great plan in general. Knock out the Jace. Play the Mana Confluence. Attack for 1. And they don't want to bounce this. That's not a smart plan. Yep. Unless they're gonna. They might bounce their own thing here as a result. Hard to say. If they bounce my thing, obviously I just recast it. So they Fading Hope. Jawari Disruption's kind of whatever. Rumble is... Oh, that's a risk. Alright. San, we rumble. You burn the Jawari Disruption, then great. Grab the Sorin. Do the Sorin next turn. So they mill me 4 more. Yep. Very risky play. There goes all our Elendas, I think. How many are left? 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 1 Elenda left in the deck. Play Sorin. Pump up the Valentin. Get in for 2. It's not a game where we drew the things that have a proactive plan, unfortunately. We're quite reactive the whole time. If New Riv, you let me? Yep. Be nice if I had some free value in the graveyard, but that's just not the case here. They milled like 3 of 4 mill cards. So, Ashok, okay, yeah. Jawari Ruins now goes into play. They have crabs. They could have left that in their hand the whole time. Yeah. All right. Well, we're at a spot where we're on some thin margins here. So, crack that. Playlist set. Helix. Throw this Valentin at Ashiok. Make sure it doesn't pump. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Anyway, Ruin Crab shows up. Currently, they can chump block the Eldrazi token. So let's make sure that that Death Touch says no. Yep. All right. Well, we had 11 cards. Whelming Wave. Okay. Just gotta buy a turn. Just gotta buy a turn. Island. Thoughtseize pretty bad. Has to turn. 9 cards remain. That's a Nip Rivulet, so 5 cards remain. Need something offensive. There's the last Elenda, so it ain't that. How is Mill so good at dodging literally everything? Like, you play against Mill and all the cards you care about just disappear, and then the cards you don't care about are on top every time? All right. 4 cards. What the fuck is this? That's a lot of text. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control. Return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to their owner's hand. Then you draw a card for each opponent who has more cards than you. This one. All right. Thoughtseize. Rumble's obviously pretty bad. Kill the Ashiok. 3 cards. Kraken. All right. It comes down to this turn. Do you got the mill spell? Yes! Yes! All right, on the draw, we've got Mana Confluence to cast our black mana. That's about it. But this is a mono black hand in its entirety. We'll see how this goes. Our opponent on Soul Warden, that's a pretty reasonable threat, but let's Thoughtseize to make sure nothing gets worse for now. Trolsara is going to scry them a million. The Bishop of Wings, since they have no angels, I got to just make the decision to go somewhere else with this. And assume that they're spread a little too thin. So... here we go. Valentin. That doesn't matter. I don't care about their single points of life. And then we'll hold open Fatal Push just long enough here to know what's up. So second Soul Warden's fine. But as soon as an Angel comes into play, that's kind of what I was deciding with the Bishop of Wings. Alright. No, that can't be allowed. Oculus. I can Sorin Valentin the Soul Wardens and get them out off the table. That might be reasonable. This works either way. Alright. But it gives me more life if they're too chicken to do something about it. I'm sorry, game. Did we want to disconnect? Okay. Alright, so that's something to clear off. Then the Righteous Valkyrie, the thing that's got way too much health right now. Rumble. Give me an Elenda. That's an Overlord. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. There's an Elenda. Alright. Jam an Elenda. Grab Face Fetters. Pacify the Righteous Valkyrie for now. They'll have interaction for it somehow, don't worry. They've got this rolled up. Bishop of Wings gains the 1 life, puts all that up a little higher. Doesn't do much, mind you, but yeah. It exists. It exists. They can't do anything here. One is pacified and the other's only 3 power. So they're tanking over not a heck of a lot right now. We'll have Oculus next turn. I'm definitely wondering if I want to do something other than Oculus. And I think it's just do Oculus. So currently, I think the best plan here is they can't kill Elenda no matter what, so let's put Death Touch onto the Avatar token so that attacks are rough. Didn't quite get what we needed to get to. Jam Oculus. Make an 8/8. Make a 2/2. Make a 2/2 that's Saint Elenda, or get the Saint Elenda through the Overlord later. I think it's get the Saint Elenda through the Overlord later. Alright, so we can't really handle the Righteous Valkyrie right now, but we can certainly make sure that they're not causing us any grief. Second Righteous Valkyrie. That's a lot of damage.
No, that's a lot of damage!
That's definitely out of our range. Also, 45 life. Are you kidding me? So we need Fatal Push? We need literally Fatal Push right now. So, Fatal Push, we can Helix with Sorin, which would kill Elenda off the table. Or Valentin. Really doesn't matter. We didn't draw it. So now Sorin's going to do whatever Sorin's going to do. I guess we can just keep firing. What's my best plan? It's Sorin uptick on the 8/8. That'll gain 8 life. Send that in. They can generally ignore it, but if they don't gain more creatures and like brick for a second or two, it's going to get a little harsher on them. So like if they're not drawing hot every single turn, Angel Cleric every single turn, then we'll get somewhere. So Soul Warden, if they're choosing to block Soul Warden's probably fine. They can do a series of team attacks on this, but I'm planning on putting down this card and starting to get my team in a spot where I can start doing something with it. Obviously, that's not helping my cause any. Saint Elenda is back. I'll never cast her. Found the Fatal Push. Once the Overlord's in play, I can start pulling them back. And whatever I give Death Touch to is obviously complicating matters. Why is... Okay, I accidentally clicked the Windows key. No blocks. Sorin dies. We'll solve that later. Dak. All right. What are you hanging on to? You're hanging on to land. Okay. Play that. Probably got to do this anyway. Pump up an 8/8. Send that in. If we had first strike, then it would help a little bit more with the Lisette, but hey, we got to play a long game here. So this Sorin is intended to give a +1 counter to everything. I suppose I can do a little bit more than that, but hey, whatever. Nifty, but nothing useful. Rumble. Put the Sorin in the graveyard, as usual. Okay, so the stuff we're milling is spectacular, and the stuff that we're drawing is not, to say the least. Oculus is going to block this turn. That's just gonna be a thing. Because Sorin is too good at pumping up the team right now. So let's just stick with that. Oh. Oh. So what if we were to shut that off? So we attack with the Elenda, the 9/9s, the 5/5. It's enough that, like, if we go that, this puts the, this is a good chance of making sure that the angels drop down a power. This is about their life total getting cracked below threshold. Never mind, they're at -4. All right, opponent didn't respect anything, so yeah, I just wasn't expecting them to do that, I guess. Anyway, whatever. Anyways, this deck's real cool. I really want to do a Jund version, so look out for that, I guess. Hit up the subscribe. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye-bye.